Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Lyndsey and this is Lyndsey's World. So, as you can see from the title, we're talking about the spoon theory tonight. And the reason I want to talk about the spoon theory is because there's so many people out there that actually still don't know what the spoon theory is. And I will link it down below, but I want to give you my interpretation of it. So the spoon theory was written by Christine Miserandino. And her website is butyoudon'tlook.sick.com. And funny, that's something that sticks in my head most of my adult life. I haven't looked sick, but I am sick. Look at me today. Yeah, okay, I'm not ironed. I changed out of what I was wearing to church today, but I've got makeup on. My hair was done and straightened and sitting lovely, but I sweated like man. Anyway, I digress. So, my niece was in, she works on a Saturday with us in the salon, and she heard me talking to a client about the spoon theory, and she asked me to explain it. So I went into the kitchen and I grabbed a load of spoons, and she laughed. And it's funny because even in the original spoon theory, the girl's friend that she was explaining it to got excited, and it is something that you feel like it's a game. But I handed all these spoons to Eva, and we went through the day in the life. And it really struck with her, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this with other people. If you haven't heard of the spoon theory, you probably have heard of spoonies, or you may have heard of the spoon theory, or people talking about not having spoons. And it was a metaphor that Christine used to explain to her friend who asked her what it was like to live the way she does. And this was her way of explaining to her how she has to think ahead, of how she has to consider everything whenever she's planning her day. So after talking to the client about it and Eva getting interested, I thought, you know what, I want to put this on my channel. I want to talk about this. And as I say, I will post the website down below where you can go and you can see what Christine has to say herself. But this is my way of explaining it. So when Eva asked me, I just went and grabbed all the spoons that were in the drawer. For two people, that's a lot of spoons in the drawer. So let's start. Okay, so we're starting off the day, and this is your energy supplies for the day. So what you need to consider whenever you wake up, you actually use up so much energy, even just getting out of bed. If you're having a shower, there goes a spoon. Are you washing your hair and shaving your legs? Realistically, I would use 2 spoons if you were washing your hair and shaving your legs, because that is a lot. But for me, never do the 2 of them on the same day. In fact, I don't shave my legs that often. My poor husband lives with a gorilla. Anyway, so we've used 3 spoons, and all we've done is get out of bed, get washed, and wash our hair. Are you drying your hair? Are you straightening it? Are you doing any of that? There goes another spoon. So, you've got to make breakfast, make your lunch. There goes another spoon, because you've all the preparation, all the stuff that you have to do for having breakfast, making coffee maybe, all of that kind of thing, before you even leave for work. This is your spoons. So then you've got, say if you have to travel to work, even short distances can be a lot for some people. So then you've got the few hours until you get to lunch working, being generous saying that 1 spoon until lunchtime, then the rest of the afternoon. So you're going home. Again, if it takes it out of you getting home, there's your spoon gone. So you get home and you have 2 spoons. So this is the point. Making dinner, doing the dishes. You're done. That's it. That is your whole day's worth of spoons gone. Now you can borrow some from tomorrow, but what that means is you have less when you wake up, when you start that cycle. So say you borrow a couple of spoons because you want to go out and see friends and you want to maybe do some housework. So there's 2 spoons. So when you wake up tomorrow, you already have 2 less spoons. So those spoons that you would normally use for making dinner, for getting home from work, doing dishes, they're gone before you even get home. By the time you finish work that next day, you don't have anything. And if you borrow from the next day, maybe a couple of spoons, you've got less the next day. So you borrow another 2 spoons from the next day. And then that next day you have to borrow another 2 spoons. The next day after that, you have to borrow another 2 spoons. So what happens when you wake up and there's only 1 spoon? Or you wake up and there's no spoons. Because that is the reality. When you push yourself and use more energy than your body physically has, you're taking from the next day. And that goes on. It's a ripple effect. You take some from the next day, well then that next day you have to take from the next day and the next day and the next day, to the point that your body's like, you've nothing, you've no reserve, you've no supply. Thump. That is you. And that generally happens to me on a Sunday. And if I push through on the Sunday, I am absolutely floored. And then I'm starting my week again. So what people don't see is, for the most part, when I come home from work in the evenings, I have to do nothing. Housework gets done at the weekends as much as I possibly can. This room has so much that needs done to it because I don't have any reserve at the minute. Because I keep pushing, because I keep adding on, I keep taking from tomorrow's supply, thinking, do you know what? Take a wee bit. I'll just push through, it'll be alright, I'll rest a wee bit more tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you have to think, okay, I need to do this and I need to do this. So we'll just take some supply from tomorrow. Problem is, these are our spoons. This is what we have been given. When we have no spoons, we have no energy. So we need to listen to our bodies. We need to only use the spoons that we have. And the thing is, what you can actually do is chill. Don't do all those things in one day. And you maybe have some spoons reserved that you can use the next day. So that's when I explain to people that if there's something I want to do, like go out during the week or go out at the weekend or something, then I have to spend a few days during the week where I'm not really doing anything at all, because I'm reserving my spoons. I'm reserving my energy for those times that I want to go out and I want to use those extra spoons, because otherwise I don't have it. I've seen nights where I've gone out and by the time I get to where I'm going, I'm like, I need my bed. So this is the awareness that I want to make people understand, is we only get so much energy, and for most of us it's less than what a normal person has. So somebody who doesn't have illnesses has more reserve, has more spoons. We don't have that novelty. It's not novelty. That gift of being able-bodied, we have to consider everything we're doing. So you imagine if I have to get up and wash my hair, dry my hair, straighten my hair, shave my legs and get out the door for work. There's 5 spoons gone before I've even left the house. And that sets everything in motion for you just being floored. So we have to learn to live differently, to live planning ahead, to live considering, okay, if I do this today, I'm not going to be able to do anything tomorrow or the next day. Or if I do this today and tomorrow and the next day, then I need a couple of days where I'm doing nothing. And that is just how life is. And you know what? I'm okay with that now. I have come to terms with it. That is just how it is. And that brings me to another video that I'm going to do. It's one that I did a few years back and it's called Grieving for Me. And it's something that is so important that people with chronic illnesses need to do. So stay tuned for that coming in the next episode of Living with Chronic Illnesses. I'm going to get back to doing maybe fortnightly episodes on this, because I think it's something that's so important to share. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comments section, because I'd love to share more of what other people actually want to hear. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Hard to say that you've enjoyed it, but if you've appreciated it, if it's made you understand a wee bit more, or if it's helped you, share with other people. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, because it allows you to actually know when I've uploaded a video, because YouTube is so good that they don't actually like to share that unless you specifically ask. Anyway guys, I love you. I will see you next time. Bye bye.